What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are, a cloudy but beautiful day here in North Texas. Well, I got something new for you guys today. So here's the King Ranch. As you can see, my hood struts are gone bad, kind of ghetto, but man, I got something cool to show you guys today. I finally got my truck a bed cover, and it is electric. So I'll show you this. It still needs to be adjusted and mounted and all that. So still got to figure out, for some reason, this is backwards. It's supposed to be open. This is closed. Mine is backwards for some reason. Oh man, look at that. That is so cool. This is the epitome of lazy. I ended up finding this on Facebook Marketplace. This is even got a cool little light. This is like a $3,000 bed cover, and I got it for a steal, $700 on Marketplace. So that's pretty cool. So anyway, I'll show you guys a quick breakdown of how you install this. So my guy was missing the wire, so I'm just going on Amazon finding this cheap power cord. It's like $10. It's fused. It runs it's 12 volt O-ring power cord. Goes to the positive there, negative there, with fuses, spare fuses. And then I ended up dropping it down through here, where pretty much just follow where all the wires are, and then through the frame. It's all on the inside of that frame. I'll get down there and show you guys. I still have to zip tie it and all that, but here it is. It's all right here. And it goes all the way to the back. And it goes through into the back of the bed. So it's pretty simple. Just red and black power cords. And now for all the fine tuning, it gets mounted with these aluminum clamps. They're 15 millimeter. You got four, one in each corner, one there, one there, one there, one there. And I will tell you guys, if this is not mounted perfectly square, the tracks will have a hard time. They'll get stuck. So couldn't really tell in the video the first time, but it does get stuck, and it should be a lot easier when you finally clamp it all down. But you can see right here, there's two holes at each one, and the reason for those holes is because if you look, the gap in between here and there is wider. So when you got to get it nice and square, if you just go look at, like, see this is probably like a 1/2 inch gap. So you can't just clamp it down and spread it out, because then the tracks will have a hard time. So these holes have these little plastic spacers. I'll set you guys down for a sec. So I bought it used. Here's the drain hose. It also has a drain hose you have to hook up. So bear with me. The guy says he had all the parts. So here they are. They're little plastic spacers that are meant to fit that gap. I guess there's different sizes. And you would screw this in to adjust it, and you see as you tighten that down, it's pushing up against this, which is supposed to fill that gap and make it a little bit more square. So, like, see, this is a big old gap right here. So you would want these spacers so when you clamp down on it, it's not a million miles away. So what you want to do is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off these lines right here and try to get it as square as possible and then clamp it down. Just trying to keep it as straight as possible. That way it opens. So the camera cut off, but you put your spacers here and there, and I got them both lined up. I measured from this corner to here. It's the same. I think it was like close to 2 inches. So it's there. So then what I did was I closed it. Make sure it closes nice and smooth. There you go. See, it comes all the way. Nice and square, even when you open it. Easy. Just make sure it's real easy. So then I close it. This is all before you clamp it down. And then you want to make sure, I think the instructions say you want to make sure that it's coming overhanging the tailgate at least a ½ inch. That way it stays watertight. There you go, we had a UFC watch party. So then you come to the front, and you got to make sure that your weather strip flap is over the bed. So there you go. Now you're perfectly square. And I would say you're good to do your first clamp. So these spacers are 2 different sizes. There's one's thicker than the other. So the skinnier ones are going to go here. So all I do is just run it all the way to the edge. All right. Now you're all the way to the edge. You got both your spacers in. And this is when you would put your clamp in. So they're just 15 millimeters. And you put that in. And I'm lazy, and I don't use manual tools. So I'm just going to go ahead and take an impact to it. And that is your 15 millimeter. So I'll set this up right here. You just want to, not too tight, enough to where it ain't going nowhere. You just put my fingers in front of the camera. So you come to your other side. You get down and you test your work again. Like a glove. There you go. So I don't know, tell me what you guys think. Obviously my truck is the King Ranch 2-tone, and you know, most bed covers are matte black, but this one came in gloss. I guess the guy claims this was a higher package one, and that's why it comes with the black shiny. And I'm not a really big fan, quite frankly. But let me know what you guys think. See, at the back, I think it still needs to be clamped down. At the end, was having a little bit of trouble. So I'm going to go ahead and set you guys down, and then I'll record right after. Well, all right, guys. So here it is. I may end up tweaking it a little bit. You got to read a little bit more. I don't know if these adjustments will really affect the opening and closing of it, but I have been kind of tinkering with it back and forth, and I, either too loose or too tight. I still have to figure that out. But the power is right there, as you can see. Power's in right there. Drain hose is right there, which I'm probably going to replace, a little bit dry rotted. 4 anchor points, and then you have your fancy lights. Wow. And now you can close it. See, it's kind of binding up right there, but still coming all the way. That's the end. And this is the open. I don't know if that's really a motor thing. We see right there it got stuck. Or if it's adjustment, but we're gonna figure that out. So, this is supposedly supposed to be one of the fancier covers that's supposed to be more safe, you know, less likely to get broken into. But I used to have the manual one, and I liked it. You know, the key pops open here. You kind of adjust it wherever. But I really didn't want to spend $2,500 on one of these, let alone $3,000. So I was kind of just going to go with the traditional, the quad fold, trifold, backflip one. But when I found this one, I was like, hey, what the heck? I'll give it a shot. The guy I bought it from said that you can manually open it, but he was wrong. There's like literally no manually opening this one because it's motor driven, and I think that would really mess the motor up if you tried. I mean, you can even try throwing on, like, this thing ain't going nowhere. There's no opening that without this key fob. Although I can already think of instances where this is going to be quite annoying. Like, you know, for instance, if you're going to put your kid in the car and turn the truck on so they have air while you're loading stuff up and you got this attached to your keys, I can see that getting annoying. Or, you know, if you're just one of those people that turns their truck on automatically and then loads this stuff up, especially in Texas when it's going to be, you know, 120 degrees and, you know, you want to get the air flowing, and now you're loading your stuff up and the key fob's in there. So I might try to get like a power switch where when I drop my tailgate, maybe I can wire in a plug or have a spare key fob or something. Down the line, I might tinker with that a little bit. I'll give you guys my honest review after I use it a little bit more. But yeah, I could see, you know, pros and cons to both. Obviously, it's pretty cool that it's automatic, but, you know, think about if the motor ever goes bad. I mean, it can't be cheap. And I've been doing some research. I think you can program these relatively easy if you lose them. But still, you know, let you, like, for instance, I bought this one used. It only has one key fob. If I lose this key fob, I'm going to be pretty screwed. Not screwed in the aspect of, like, it's never going to work again, but you have to crawl underneath there, take that light off, and underneath there's a programming module. And right now I'm young, yeah, no problem, I crawl in there. But, you know, somebody that's a little bit older, I can see them having an issue with having to crawl underneath there and reprogram that. But we shall see. We shall see what happens the longer I own it. I'll give you guys more of an honest review. That light shuts off automatically after 3 to 5 minutes, it says in the manual. But there you go. Over the lip. Again, I'm not sure how I like that gloss black. I feel like it almost stands out too much, but don't really have a choice when you're buying a bed cover for $700 off Marketplace. Oh, I don't know why I just turned it like that. So let me know what you guys think. Does anybody else have one of these? Would you buy one of these? All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in to Gustavo's Texas Garage. We'll see you guys on the next one.